Hi and welcome to the second part of the Civic build. If you've watched the first one, thank you. If you haven't, I'd recommend watching that before we go into this. But without further ado, let's begin. The first part in this video is going to be detailing this engine, and I don't mean cleaning it, I mean stripping everything apart, getting new radiators, getting rid of the AC, cleaning this whole entire side up as well as that, so it's basically just the engine. We've taken one thing out already, and that is the window washer bottle fluid and the fuse box as well. We're gonna have to relocate that, unplug all the wires and redo that. So it's gonna be fun and hard because I feel like I'm gonna forget a lot of things and the car's not gonna run anymore. The first thing I want to do is get the hardest thing out of the way, which I would think would be the AC. And then all these lines, this one, and then these are for the window washer bottle, which I believe I can just rip out if I pull hard enough. But yeah, then it goes into the firewall right there. It's the same day, don't worry, it just got dark really quick. Over here with my pile of junk is the entire AC component stuff, basically. So that's the AC out of the car. As you can see, there's more than just the AC out. I've gone ahead and ripped out the front harness of the car, which plugs into the fuse box. I'm gonna need to figure out how I'm gonna relocate this. I'll probably put it inside the car somehow, underneath the dash. The stuff at the back is gonna be much more complicated, so we'll just deal with this section at the moment and worry about that section later. It's the next day. We're having to break from the stuff in the engine bay, and we've just picked up a new wing for the Civic. You can't really see it, it's upside down at the moment. So we started to put this wing together, just a few bolts here and there, put the light on, done a little sketchy wire up job. This is how I close my boot because I haven't put these wires in properly. There we go. I'm loving it. Definitely better than this thing here. What we've done so far, I've pulled out the rest of the AC. That actually weighs a lot. The last part of the AC stuff that we're removing. What the hell? The last part of the AC stuff that we're removing is this stuff underneath here. I think we just pull, maybe? I don't even know what is part of the aircon, but we're pulling this whole lot out. Alright, we just got it out and it is filthy. I ended up just ripping it out. I didn't really have a technique. Alright, we just got the other bad boy out, and it's looking very spacious for activities down here. We got wires for the sub setup. Not sure what I'll do with those. Tuck them away for now. But the real reason why we are in here is to mount the fuse box. So that's where the AC went through, and then I believe behind here is where the fuse box go through, and then we've got some other wires to the engine through this hole. So we've got the fuse box disconnected now. We'll put that there like that. So these were the two connected to the fuse box, and then you also have the plugs that went into the bottom of the fuse box as well, which will route through the wall. 2 days later, and the sun's going down, and I thought I'd take this opportunity to show you what I've done. So underneath here, we have completely removed the AC components, and up in this corner, which is nice and bolted and wired together, is our fuse box. Underneath the hood is looking a lot cleaner. I haven't completely finished on the battery relocation. I have to still crimp another one of these onto this so I can connect those to this little post here, which allows us to run that power cord. Don't be locked. Shit. Which allows us to run that power cord down the side and into this bad boy, and that's where our battery's sitting at the moment. But just these few mods we've done so far has actually made the car look so different, including that wing back there. It's looking very sexy. And I'm not sure if I talked about this before, but we got our fourth wheel. So I finished the wire tuck, but for these wires I actually had to cut for them to route around the outside on both sides. I was going to do the sketchy way and just use these just to connect those back together, like so. It's better to do it the right way than having to fix it later. So I pulled out my solderer thingy. We're going to fill it up, and then we're going to solder these together. I didn't really want to because I'm lazy, but we're going to do it anyway. We're about halfway through soldering this. Fuck, that's odd. Definitely watch out. Put that in a safe spot. You know, I'll finish up these ones and I have to go wrap them with electrical tape, which is right here. And then it's all done. Doesn't really reach, that's going to be a problem. I'll figure something out, that's alright. That's the first one done, got 2 more to tape up, but that's good. Now I just have to plug it in somehow. And that solderer really hurt my leg actually, burnt off a bit of skin. So I've done that side, and then if we come around to this side of the shit box, we have to do this side as well. But this one is actually, has quite a bit of a, oh actually, never mind. So it's been a while. I haven't touched the Civic in a while, but we've been waiting for parts. And as you can see, parts have arrived. If you look at this, it's not actually, it's a Rocketbunny kit, right? But it's not for an EK Civic. So I have to cut this up in all these fenders for it to go onto the Civic. We're going to start that today. We just had a few other parts arrive, things that I haven't recorded, but wrap. Focus on that later because I have to fix the whole bodywork, so get that out of the way. And yes, my camera stand is moving anyways. I haven't recorded this, but we've chucked some nice seat brackets in the car, so the only thing we need now is seats underneath the hood. We've taken out the old radiator, we've put in a new 3-row aluminium one. We put a strut bar on here because it looks cool. Other than that, that's literally all I've done this past month. I'm not lazy, I'm just trying to plan stuff, make sure everything's perfect. But we need to get this done because I've got a month until that wrap needs to be on. So let's get started. Compared to the other bumper, like this is a lot longer, so we'll raise the car up, get some bigger wheels. So I think we'll cut like across the top. I only got one chance of cutting this. After we've cut that, we're going to go grab that and then put it up against the other bumper and basically do an outline and then cut out that section. I have no idea what I'm doing, but we're going to do it anyway, basically. This hurts. This like literally...
What, cutting it hurts?
Like, it probably hurts more than cutting the actual Civic quarter panel one. Where are the batteries? There. Here's where we're at the moment. So we cut the other bumper up. We sort of duct tape it, just so I can see what it looks like. But I can take this off now. Alright, it's about to go dark, so I just want to quickly show you the progress that we've done so far. The front is completely fiberglass together, and we've cut these side panels off. They're coming out like that. So now, since we've cut these, we basically have to put them here and then fiberglass from there back to here. And that's just going to make it look like how it should, I guess. I don't know. I'm sort of figuring this out as I go, but so far it's looking really good. Here's a bumper on the car at the moment. From the front, looks pretty good. I hope it's symmetrical. It does look symmetrical, I think. I don't know, I have an eye for things, and for some reason I feel like it's off-centered a little bit. Yeah, it was off-centered a little bit. I thought I got it centered. So I cut the bumper in half in the process of fiberglassing it back together. But if you look, the whole time it just looked off to me, and it was off that much. It's looking much better now. Like I'm not cringing every time I look at it, which is good. So I'm happy. So far on the front bumper alone, about $200 with resin and fiberglass to do the front bumper so far. It would be cheaper if I didn't mess up, but we're not going to talk about that. This thing here is the magic maker. The fiberglass doesn't really cure in darkness, so shit. Watch your eyes, Lucky.
Oh shit.
Yeah. The light gets really hot, so it will help it cure quicker with the resin. Because it's dark, moisture's out, it's gonna rain, it'll f everything up. Don't want that to happen again. I've got to get this done because it's just taking so long, and I'm only getting a certain amount of work done each day, so I just have to put up with the no sleep issue. I don't know about you guys, but I have an eye for the small details, and there's something, it's not right. It is not right. I just finished molding up the left hand side of the bumper. It's currently raining. Luckily I got the gazebo up. It does make things a little bit harder because I can't really fiberglass because moisture in that, but we'll see how we go. They are a little bit different. I feel like I'm gonna have to redo that side and refiberglass it just so I can get them identical to each other. I don't know what's wrong with me. Every single time I buy a car, I end up doing more to it than what I need to. It was meant to be my daily, then it turned into, okay, we're gonna slam it now, and then okay, we're gonna cut up the fenders, and then okay, we're gonna make our own body kit, and we're gonna rip out the interior, and we're gonna take out the engine, put a new engine in it. God damn. And if you are watching these videos and you're wondering why is it taking me so long to get these videos out on TikTok and YouTube as well, I don't like uploading a lot with shitty content. I like to have quality uploads, and I like to make sure everything's perfect before I do it, so I will take my time. I've just finished the right hand side of the bumper. She's all fiberglassed up, resined up as well. I got my resin ready for this side, but I have to show you something really quick. Look how cute this cat is. Oh, there she is. She's awake. Look at this. Oh, darling. I've done a little bit of work off camera, but we've got the bumper all finished now. This is it off the car for once, all together, which is amazing. Amazing progress, if you ask me. Now what we have to do is, from behind, you'll see it's two different materials, obviously fiberglass and plastic. So we have to go join these together and basically give the backing more support, and to do so I'm using this plastic welder stuff. It's good for fiberglass and plastic and whatnot, and basically seal everything together, and then I'll try to give it some more support as well later, but I have to go cut these flaps off because I was just using that to help with the mold, so we'll cut up there, then we can start shaping the front side and getting rid of all this duct tape and useless fiberglass basically. You ready?
Yeah.
As you can see, we've just installed the start again. As you can see behind me, we've just installed the invisible wheels. They look pretty good. The fitment's alright. But in all seriousness, we're selling the wheels that we have on the car at the moment. They're just over there. So basically, the reason why I'm selling the wheels, because they don't stick out enough. Because with the body kit, it comes out to here, and the wheels are like there. And I can't find any three-piece set of wheels for the Civic. So we're going to do a 5-stud conversion on the Civic, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4 turns into 5. To do that, we have to replace all this, which I already have the parts for. I still have to get parts for the rear end. I'll talk more about this later, but I just wanted to inform you so you don't wonder why I'm taking off my wheels. Okay, so I've just set up a tarp on the Civic. We're about to start sanding the bumper down. I put the tarp down just so we don't get sand on the grass, but before I start sanding, I have to make sure it is all safe and approved by the safety cat. I think that's pretty good.
Don't you think you should wear some protective gear?
Nah, it's so good.
Huh.
So I think I'm gonna start sanding the bumper now. I've got to get rid of all these layers basically, because that was just to hold the bumper together, and then we've supported the back. So it's basically, now we make it look pretty. Here's where we're at the moment, so I still have a lot to do on the bumper. I'm going to continue on that soon, but if we come over here, today I picked up some bucket seats for the Civic. I think these seats are going to be temporary, but it's better than no seats at the moment, so we're going to deal with it. The only thing I have to do to get these into the Civic is take these brackets off on the bottom, and then there's like a nut that I can't even get through. I have to get for the top, so that's going to be a mission, isn't it, Puss Puss? Yeah, it is. I apologise if I sound weird. It's just I'm down in dumps at the moment, but I've got to get this done. So I've just taken the seat brackets off the actual seats itself. Those them over there, I can't use those because they're from a Commodore. I have my own, which I got with the brackets that are in the car. But first impressions of the seats, they're pretty comfy. I like them. They're nice. The seats look quite big on me as well. I'm like 6'2". Wait. Oh, there we go. No, I think that's perfect size for me actually.
So we just finished cleaning the first seat and it came out alright. Obviously looks a little bit wet and patchy, but that's before and that's after. Alright, I just got the first seat in the car. We've got the sliders on that one. Had to do a little bit of drilling on the sliders to make it fit to the actual bracket, but other than that, it fits in pretty good. It's not going anywhere. The only problem we have now is this seatbelt thing, because obviously, you know, I thought about it before that it might not fit, and it obviously doesn't. Alright, so we got the stock seat here out of the Civic, and I have to pull this seatbelt harness belt thingy and basically swap them for each other. So I've just swapped over the little seatbelt thingy here so I can actually use my seatbelt, which is good. I really underestimate how long things actually take to do. This took way longer than I thought it would, but they're done finally. It looks really good, I like it. So now that we've gone ahead and done that, I have to start the hard thing, which is continuing on the bumper, and it's super hot, so it's going to be fun. It's definitely getting its shape. I need to work on the middle, definitely these side parts. I basically just have to sand it down a bit more, and then we're going to go pull out the bog. That's when we can actually start shaping it, and that's when it actually starts to look good. Alright, you get the point. I'm not going to record anymore. It's starting to come along very nicely, cleaning up very good. So I've been sanding for the past hour now, I'm dusty as. Pretty confident that I've gotten most of the bumps off the actual bumper, so now we're going to move on to the next stage, which would be the car filler. Mixing ratio, I honestly don't know. I normally just do a little bit of P's worth to the... Oh, that's plenty. Coming out real nice. We've just done the first layer of car filler on it. Some people probably think, why so much? Don't worry, most of this is going to get sanded down and removed, so none of this is actually going to stay like this. So I've been working on the bumper a bit off camera, and we've done quite a few layers of bog, and it's coming out very nice. I'm just waiting for this layer to dry, and then we're going to go give it a sand and then go over it one more time to get any imperfections, but it's starting to look really good. I've been using this tiny piece of string to measure how wide it is on each side, just to make sure each side is identical to each other. I did it. I finally did it. The bumper's done. Well, not completely done. I still have a few small imperfections I need to fix, but you can actually see the bumper. It's like, I don't know, it's a thing now. The bumper's not fitted up completely perfect just yet, so don't worry. When I started making this bumper, I had no idea what I was doing. I was basically just going for it. I had that idea in mind. I had that one photo that I saw on the internet, and it's looking exactly like how I saw it, which is amazing because I didn't think I'd be able to pull it off. But goddamn, that took so long, it's not funny. There has been a lot of mistakes made in this video and a lot of pushbacks, but we got through it. We did it. If you've made it this far into the video, please consider subscribing. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.